This is the basic installation of a solar system consisting of a solar panel, 12-volt battery, and a charge controller. Most of the tools needed for a job like this is nail and nose pliers, sta-kon crimper, wire stripper, a 5/8 box end wrench, 1/2 inch box end wrench, a flat screwdriver, a utility knife, 2 sta-kons, some solder, and a soldering iron. And you have various lengths of whatever needed of wire to connect your panel to your battery to your solar charge controller. Now the first thing we'll do is we'll install the wire to our solar panel. Be very careful that you're not letting the two other ends, you can leave them undone or not snipped off like we have here, so you have so they're not touching and sparking. You want to open this up, use a box end wrench to get this off because it may be tight. Make just a slight little bend in the wire. This is what you'll have to put on. That's the wrong way. And you'll slip the wire right into the joint. And I'm not going to squeeze this because this is a brand new panel. You'll squeeze the wire into it, and you'll connect your strain relief connector and tighten it well with the 5/8 box end wrench. And you'll do the same to the other side. Take that off. There's a little strain relief connector inside. The big connector goes on first, then the little guy with the smaller end pointing toward the inside. You'll make a little bend in the wire so it'll go right into the connector nicely. Then tighten up the connector while that stays there. Tighten the connectors good. Grab your pliers. Pliers or needle nose, whatever you can do, and crimp this as well as you can. Then you'll have your soldering iron. This is not necessary but should be done to make a great connection. You're going to solder into there to make a good solid connection. Put the cover back on, and that part is done. Next, you're going to make the lugs for your battery. I've already stripped the ends of these. You wouldn't have stripped them yet because you don't want the battery ends touching either. So you'll stay safe. Either that or do them and tape them well. So you'll get your number 10 5/16 hole that'll go on the battery and make a connection. And this is the wrong one. Make sure it's in very well and you can see the wire. Then you'll take your wire crimpers and you'll squeeze it on and make the connection. Then you'll connect it to your battery. You'll have a flat washer. And you may have a locking washer. If one comes with it, put the locking washer on before the bolt. Connect them up and make sure that none of the ends are done that can touch and make a heck of a spark and ruin your life. The first thing you do is hook your charge controller to the battery. This is most important. You don't connect your solar panel to the charge controller. You need to power this up before you put that into there. You will need a flathead screwdriver, small in size. You can't use a big one because it's got to fit in the hole, and it's marked positive and negative, as is the solar panel is marked positive and negative on the inside. We've marked them here on the solar panel. I'm going to pull this out. You wouldn't be able to pull that out if that was tight. The positive is on the right hand side looking at the back of the panel, and the negative is on the left. It is marked on the inside if you look carefully, in case you don't get this. So the next thing you do is you hook up your charge controller to the battery, and it's marked positive and negative. Loosen your screws to allow the wire to go in. Hook up your battery. And we have the wires marked with red tape. That's just, you can use green tape or whatever tape you have, just as long as you know which one's positive and which one is negative. This side. And then you'd hook up your panel to where the panel goes, positive and negative. I'm not going to do this now, but it's pretty straightforward. You put the positive goes on the left hand side and the negative goes on the right hand side. The solar panel is marked with the solar panel symbol, and the battery and your lights or whatever load that you're going to write. And when that's done, you can see the percentage of your battery charge, when it's charging, and so forth.